In this video, I'm going to talk about whether you can actually make money in 2020 and beyond from low content book publishing on Amazon. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Caroline and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please take a moment to subscribe. It really does help a small channel like mine. And don't forget to click the bell so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. Self-publishing through Amazon KDP is one of my favorite ways to make money online. And I'm not talking about ebooks that you sell through Kindle. I'm talking about selling physical, paperback and hardback books on Amazon using their print-on-demand service. KDP, which stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, is Amazon's own service that allows you to upload an interior and a book cover, make it available on the Amazon Marketplace, and when and only when a customer purchases your book, Amazon will print off a copy and send it to whoever purchased your book. It's a really quick, easy, and low-cost way to start a business and to create your own publishing company and brand. There are 3 ways that you can go about publishing paperback books on Amazon. You write your own book. You can write fiction, you can write non-fiction, you can pretty much write about anything that you want. And probably the best way to go about publishing a high content book at the moment is creating a series and rapid releasing them. What does this mean? Say you write fiction. You would create a series of books revolving around the same set of characters. Each individual book in the series has a lower word count than traditionally published books. Each genre is different, but it could be around the 60,000 word mark. The idea is that you release each book very close together, typically about a month apart. This means that you would need to write all of your books up front and then release them close together, one after the other. Or you could write one and release it, spend the next month writing book 2 and release that, spend the next month writing book 3 and release it, and so on and so on. For this to work, you 1, need to be a very good writer, and 2, be able to write that 60,000 words every few weeks. That method of self-publishing isn't for everyone. Your next option is to hire a ghostwriter to write your book. Dane Macbeth and the Mickelson twins do this and are very successful with it. I'll pop links to their YouTube channels in the description below if you want to go check them out and how they do it. And this method obviously requires you to have a budget up front for you to be able to pay that ghostwriter to write your book before you can publish it. And the third method is by publishing low content books. What are low content books? Well, exactly that. Books that aren't full of content. They don't have a lot of written words or any written words. They're things that are very popular and they are used every day by thousands of people around the world. It's things like notebooks, journals, coloring books, logbooks, activity books, things like that. And if you're anything like me, you have a drawer full of notebooks just waiting to be used because you are a little bit obsessed with buying notebooks and stationery. There is so much opportunity to create low content books and sell them on Amazon. And with just a little bit of time and effort spent on research to find the right types of books to create in niches that have demand, you can make some really good income. So to answer the question, is it actually possible to make money from low content book publishing? The short answer is yes, of course you can. The long answer is that you'll need to research, you'll need to find niches that aren't oversaturated, and that is also possible too. You'll need to create unique books that people like, and you'll need to be consistent. Keep trying until you find what works. You are probably not going to find success after publishing just a handful of books. So let's take a look at some low content niches and books so we can see exactly what kind of income is possible with publishing low content books. So the first niche we are going to look at is notebooks. If you are interested in creating notebooks, then you are going to have to create a lined interior file, which is as simple as putting lines on a page. If you would rather just download one that somebody has already made, I do have notebook and journal interiors available for free on my website, so I'll pop a link to that in the description below. And then you just need to design your notebook covers. From the book creation side of things, it's as simple as that. Let's have a look at Blue Ridge Art, who are doing very well with notebooks. What I've done is I've already looked at the first page of their available books on Amazon as it lists them according to popularity. And I've got an idea of how many books they are selling according to their bestseller ranks. Now, the bestseller ranks can change from day to day, hour to hour, but this will just give us a general idea of how many books they are selling. So as you can see, they have created extremely simple notebooks. Every cover is the same, plain black, white, plain, almost boring text, and they just have some funny sayings, little quotes on the covers of their notebooks. So they're so simple, anybody could create this kind of cover. I went through their bestseller rankings and theirs range from around 26,000 BSR right up to a 300,000 BSR. And I had a look over at this Amazon book sales calculator tool. This isn't 100% accurate, but again, it gives us a general idea of what sort of sales you could possibly be making if you do get a similar bestseller ranking as a book that you look at. So for example, they had a bestseller ranking on one of their notebooks of 26,820, which gives approximately 161 sales per month. So according to the bestseller rankings on the first page of all their notebooks, I calculated that they could be making around 829 sales per month on these notebooks. For the size of their book and the selling price, I'd estimate their royalties around $2 per sale according to Amazon's royalty calculator. So 829 sales per month at a $2 royalty, they're looking at making around $1,658 per month. I mean, for these simple notebooks that probably took 5 minutes to make, that's pretty good. Okay, so the next one that we are going to look at is journals, and I came across a brand called Sweet Harmony Press. Although journals and notebooks are basically the same thing, they're just a lined interior. It all just depends on what you want to call them. So again, they do have some very similar covers on their books. They have a couple of extra ones in here, a character development journal and a movie critic notebook, but for the most part, they've also done the same black cover, white text type of notebooks. And this company is very similar. They have BSRs ranging from around 24,000 right up to 586,465 on one of their notebooks. Again, I'd estimate this brand are also making around a $2 royalty on their books. So according to those BSRs, I used that Amazon book sales calculator tool to work out they might be making around 668 sales per month, which works out to be $1,336 per month. Again, great income for really, really simple books that probably don't take long to make and upload at all. So now we're going to step up a little bit into some books that will take a bit more time and effort to create, but this is where you'll find those niches where you still have room to be able to get good bestseller rankings on your books and therefore more income. So we're going to look at coloring books. If you are already familiar with low content publishing or coloring books in particular, then you will no doubt have heard of Jade Summer. She is the queen of coloring books on Amazon. I haven't gone through a lot of their books. I only went through the first 5, and that's because I don't need to go through many to show you how much money they are making. And I have also been researching this brand for about the last month, and I have a video coming up exactly on how much they are making and how they have built this mammoth brand. So if you do want to check out that video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that one. I'm really excited for it. So from their first 5 books I looked at on Amazon, we have BSRs ranging from 371 to 7,947. Their BSRs are insane. Some of their books are 200 pages, some are 100 pages, so their royalty will probably range from around $2 per book to around $3.50 per book. So I'll just do this calculation at $2 per book. So according to those BSRs, the sales calculator tool tells me that they are probably selling around 9,631 books per month at a $2 royalty. That's $19,262. It's crazy. Okay, so the next niche I've looked at is logbooks, and I've come across a company or a brand called Happy Eden Co. This brand create logbooks, in particular camping or hiking logbooks, as well as some notebooks and journals. This is a great example of picking a smaller, more targeted niche and creating a logbook design that appeals to that customer base. Their BSRs range from 1,777 for that #1 bestseller that you can see at the top there, and then they have books with BSRs right up to 573,362. So according to those BSRs, they are probably selling around 1,909 books per month at a $2 royalty. That's $3,818 per month. Again, these books are just so simple to make. Like I said, the logbooks will take a little bit more effort to create because you just need to put a bit more in there in the interior, but the income is just amazing for these type of books. And the last niche that I'm going to look at is activity books, particularly for kids. And I came across this brand called Activity Nest, and they do puzzle books, mazes, dot to dots, connect the dots, that sort of thing. So this brand's BSRs range from around 1,260 for that #1 bestseller at the top there. And their BSRs go right up to 803,587. So they do have a really big range where they're selling a lot on certain books and not many at all on other books. But that just shows that you just need a couple to really get going and get a good BSR, and you can make decent money. So according to those BSRs, the Amazon sales calculator tool tells me that they could be selling around 2,273 books per month, and at a $2 royalty, that's $4,546 per month. Again, that's just insane for these books. And you can really see here the jump in income between those notebooks and journals, which are super simple and super quick to make, and the more involved logbooks, coloring books, and activity books. Putting in that extra effort seems to really pay off. So I think we have answered that yes, it is 100% possible to make money from publishing low content books on Amazon. If you take a look at some of the brands that I showed you today, you might notice that their best-selling books were uploaded to Amazon in the last 2 to 3 years. What does that tell you? It means you need to be consistent and persistent. Unless you are extremely lucky, you are not going to upload a book and have it become a bestseller overnight. Aim to produce books that you will potentially see returns from a year or 2 into the future. Think about the long game, the end game. And while you're waiting for your books to rank and just climb up those bestseller rankings, create more books. Keep creating quality books and keep uploading them to Amazon, and eventually you will hit successful niches, and over time you'll build up a really nice income that will just come in month after month. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Like I say, it really helps a small channel like mine, and don't forget to subscribe.